I have as much fun with it as the parents do. Watching me record a voice note, they go,
Oh God, I nearly said hello, Moana. Do you get that quite a bit when people want to chat to you and you've been so part of their lives of all these years that they get a tad bit excited?
"Oh, I get Moana all the time," and I'll tell you what, some people have a difficult time pronouncing my name, Auli'i, and so if worse gets to worse, I do answer to Moana.
Oh my God. Yeah, do you know what? The one thing that I was thinking about, so I know somebody whose kid watches Moana 1,000 times a year. Do you, have you heard of those stories? Because it must be very special for you.
Absolutely. I have just kind of come to realize that parents have watched the films as many times as their children. It makes sense now that I say it out loud, but I went, "Oh yeah, like the kids love me, but it's also the parents who are like, I really like this movie. It's one of the few that I can watch over and over again and I'm not too sick of it." And that means the world to me considering our film came out 8 years ago. So I also sometimes feel like one, children are very intelligent, and sometimes when I meet these kids and I tell them I'm one, they look at me and they go, "No, you're not. No, you're not." And then on the opposite end of that spectrum, sometimes I meet children at that perfect age where they look at me like I'm Santa when I tell them that I'm Moana. So, all in all, like, she's a beautiful character to play.
And please tell me you have had people like just say moms and dads going, "Will you ring my child? Go on, speak to her, speak to him." They're being bold.
Absolutely. And the voice, I think, actually sells it a lot better than my face. That's part of, I think, the joy of having an animated character, and it's part of the reason I love voiceover so much is because I become her and I act really wacky and my voice goes up and then I'm talking about a demigod and I am one of Motunui and I have as much fun with it as the parents do. Watching me record a voice note, they go, it's
That
great.
was incredible. I won't lie. That was that was incredible. When you get the call to say we're doing Moana 2, how was that? What was that process?
I was driving. I remember I was driving in Los Angeles traffic and I was trying to figure out how to get to the side of the road so then I could call my representation and tell them the good news. But all in all, my heart was pounding because I couldn't tell anyone. This was one of the best kept secrets. Truly, we were working on a animated series at first, and then we were adapted into a theatrical release or Moana 2, and it took a lot of editing to get there. I remember we had whole songs that we had recorded and whole storylines that needed to be adapted, but I'm really proud of my directors and my writers and my producers for making this beautiful film.
There's something very special that you are going to be. There's not that very many people who are going to be part of this Disney animation world. Like think Sleeping Beauty, think Pocahontas, think all these. Do you ever think about that? Is that ever like a thing that you kind of go, oh God, like I'm in this history, you could say, of amazing people in Disney?
It's too large of a question to think of now.
Yeah.
I just turned 24 a few days ago, and to think of my legacy and especially to think of a Disney legacy is simply too much to even imagine. I'm so grateful that audiences love Moana as much as I do, and I just think of how important Moana is to my community, to the Pacific Island culture, the fact that she is on board her canoe, she is strong, she looks strong, she isn't afraid to grab a demigod by the ear and drag him across the ocean on a voyaging journey. She is kind and considerate, and she always puts her people and her community first. So to have a Disney princess who represents all of those things, that's what I think of first.
You probably only get to see Dwayne Johnson at things like these. What was that like with the gap of, Moana to Moana 2? Is
You
like,
know,
hi again.
yeah, I mean that's the joy also of of Disney magic in that all of our records are actually done separately. So I saw him on our first film. I've seen him in between as I am also working on the live action version of Moana where he plays Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm an executive producer on that. So I see him a little bit, but it's really fun to see him in press. And then the last time I saw him, he was wearing the wig for Maui on set. So like it's really fun.
Amazing. Look, my time is up. It's such a magical movie. it made my Friday watching it. So thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. I
Cheers.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I remember when I was 8 years of age, we went to watch Casper in Navan, County Meath, Casper the movie, and we snuck in to watch Bad Boys instead.
That's hilarious. Oh, so from one bad boy to another.
Yes.
May I hear your groove?
Oh, it's so bad.
I want to hear it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, and I tried it on the way over
I
as
love
well.
that.
Because I knew I was going to not ask you to do it. I was going to ask about other people doing it.
I love that it's just the word hello.
I know.
How was your mom?
How's my mom? Oh, Doug, I love this. Look at this, the Irish accent on it. She's great. She's down the road.
I've had to apologise to lots of people I know because they've sent me people who live in London, and if they live anywhere near a billboard, then I'm sort of haunting all of my friends, and that does feel like something you should apologise for up front. I wonder how long I will be stationed like outside their windows.
I have 2 words for it. And great. Yeah. It's great.
Every time I see you, you're more famous. You're, do you know what I mean? You're like taking over the world. I mean, this time it's Croke Park.
This is like...
Was that on the rider list if I'm going to Dublin?
I was like, I'll only do a junket if it's in Croke Park. They tried to do the Aviva and I was like, there's no hope in that.
I need to talk to you about you making me famous in Ireland.
How did I do this?
So I was on my first ever red carpet in London, flew over from Dublin, and you took me out of the red carpet and you said, "You remind me of me when I was younger."
You look like a young Jack Black. Has anyone ever told you that? Turn the camera around on this guy. Did anyone get
a photo of you together.
It's my British doppelganger. Is anyone getting this?
Yeah,
Crossy and Jack. Brand new movie. It's a crime-fighting duo.
I have to say Ari is the person that made me laugh the most. She does it so easily.
Her impressions.
Spot on. Completely spot on.
Did she try and take you on?
Oh, she has. She's done it really well. She has, and she's done it beautifully. I think it's like wonderful.
Feel okay in cursing as well. I've never watched a movie and felt so related to it in my whole life.
So seen. I've never felt so seen in my fucking life.
Yeah, I have family in the north and in the south. So.
Oh, amazing. Well, look, it's a deal.
Yeah, I want the Avoca fruit and seeded bread.
The Avoca Gardens,
the bread is like £6.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
He used to probably introduce Home and Away in RTE in Ireland back in the day when you were on it. So that was his job.
He did not tell me that. I'm disappointed.
I sent you a picture, didn't I?
Yeah.
First fitting in my new jacket.
And I was still doing press for season 2 in LA. And Luke sent me a picture. I was like, he looks gorgeous. I was like, all right. And it's so funny, the costume department, I don't think they said this to me. Dougie said to me, "We're making him sexy for you." And I was like, all right, Dougie. He literally said those words, "We're making him sexy for you." And it's like,
oh, wow.
Okay.
At Valentine's Day, right? I don't even know if you can show this or whatever. And my daughter is in a shop with my husband. I was told this today. Yeah, sure, do that face until you hear the story. She goes up to a card and she goes, "This is perfect for Mummy." It's a picture of Timothy, who she thought was her dad, because it looks like my husband. And it says, "Will you Wonka my Willy?"
I'm love this. That's brilliant. That's humour. See, the humour's gone from you to her.
But she doesn't get it. She's like, "Oh, it's Willy Wonka. Will you Wonka my Willy, Dad?" She's like, "No."
I think we're gonna have to remember each other like we're dead to each other.
These are both going into Big Brother now.
Ever gonna see each other.
All right, well. I don't know.
It was my first day on set, and Antonio was there, and I was so nervous. Really? Oh God, it was awful because it was the big final scene was my first day, and so there's the Brown family, there's Julie Walters, there's Antonio Banderas.
No, but she was nervous because it was a big scene, not because of me. I was nervous because of her. Yeah, because I'm sorry. It's very cheesy to say these things on television because it seems like we are just sending beautiful things to each other. And I am a huge admirer of your work. I'm serious. I'm serious. So I am the one who was nervous there. I am the one who was nervous. Oh yeah, believe me.
No, but it feels like it's not a million miles away. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I got to do it enough. I did enough laps as Oz that if I just saw a hairpiece again, it would all come back.
Glenn, I'm looking at you because God love you. Every girl and gay in the world is commenting.
Every girl in gay. Every girl in gay. Wow. Beginning of a beautiful nursery rhyme. Thank you so much.
Are you a Swiftie? Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Is this like? Are you a Swiftie in real life?
I would say, yeah. I mean, look, there are some extreme Swifties, and I won't claim the kind of expertise that others have, but yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh my God, the Guinness in Devonshire it's Ireland.
Nuts.
It's basically Ireland.
Well, I'm not such a beer drinker. Are you a beer? Have you not split the G?
Yeah, it's split the G.
Split the gin.
Split
the G. Split the G. Your first gulp, you have to try and split the G of the Guinness on the side of the pint glass.
That's what you need to do tonight, lads.
Split the G. I want to do it. I'm ready.